Hi, Crystalene. How are you?
Hi, Hi, I'm well, and yourself?
Great. It's finally happened.
I
So,
know, taken so long.
yeah, it's okay. I understand. It was kind of a pleasant surprise when I saw your message today. So I want to, catch up with you in general. I know that idols must have happened a long time ago, but what have you been up to since that period?
Oh, yeah, it's been a long, long time, but nothing. Okay, I won't say nothing very extravagant.
Okay.
I haven't like really cut an album out or anything like that, but I have done a little bit of stuff. Besides singing a lot at corporate events, birthday parties, doing concerts, and charitable events. I was on, I think like a backing vocalist on a couple of songs for other
Wow.
artists as well, local artists. I remember doing collabing on a song for Xenophobia, and we
Okay.
did a song called Dig a Little Deeper. And that was a couple of local artists from around South Africa, and we recorded that song. Also, another local artist called Jason D. I did some backing vocals with him as well. I have done a single, which was for my husband.
Wow.
I wrote a song for my husband, but I haven't released it or anything like that. So I'm still working on it. I have also done some theatrical work. It was my first time doing theater in, what was it, 2018, 2019? I can't even remember the year. But I got to work with a very well-known director, playwright, and actor. You may know him from uh, what is it, Keeping Up with the Kardashians?
You
Not
mean
Kardashians,
you
Kandasamis.
yeah,
Kandasamis.
kind of sound like yeah.
Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, he was in the first movie.
Okay.
Talking about Rajesh Gopi.
Hmm.
Um, so he did this whole program where he was training actors, and he had this ad out, and I remember auditioning with my husband, and it just so happened that we got to play parts in that theater production. It was
Okay.
called Hook or by Crook.
Okay.
Absolutely excellent script, the thought behind it, the everything about that was just amazing. I mean, I got to play I think one of many lead roles, and it was filled with song and emotion, and I learned so much. I mean, I've never done acting in my entire life,
Okay.
and just being under his guidance and being taught by Rajesh Gopi so much of stuff about the acting world. I felt so privileged. It was like a kind of like a scholarship kind of thing. And yeah, so we got to put that theatrical play together, and I got to meet so many other people while I was there. I'm not too sure if if you know Prev Reddy, who now goes by Auntie Shamila.
Pretty sounds familiar. Has he
Yeah,
been in any?
so
Okay.
yeah, he does a lot of comedy
Oh,
on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. I got to meet him, and I got to meet some other actors and actresses who are now on like other TV programs like Imbeu.
hmm.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And besides like music and theater and whatnot, I mean, since Idols, I've, well, gotten married.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, traveled a little bit of the world, I guess. Not too not too many places. I mean, um, and in 2020, I had a baby. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've seen on Instagram too. Okay. Then my next question for you in general has been what inspired you into music and what made you become a singer? Like, how did it all happen?
So my inspiration basically comes from my family.
Oh,
I am the third of four kids. and my parents were basically the ones who instilled this music culture. I mean, I won't say they were the perfect singers or musicians,
Mm.
but the fact that they kept us entertained with music, I think it started a whole new adventure in music for all my siblings, not just myself. I mean, all of us are musically inclined, but I guess I'm the one, a part of the four of us, that took a little extra step. Besides my parents, I mean, growing up, going through primary school and high school, my friends have always been a part of that group of people who inspired me to go on Idol. And I always ended up pushing it back because I felt like Idols, I shouldn't be putting all my hopes into going on Idols for the fear of disappointment. So I remember being in high school and my friends would tell me, when you finish school, go on Idols and you know what, they will take you. And for me, it
Mm.
wasn't very guaranteeing when you watch the show. I mean, there were some good people out there
Yeah,
getting cut off, and so I think me being very young and naive and scared of being rejected,
of
I
course.
didn't want to
Yeah.
go. So I said, no, let me just get through college. And so I started my college years, and I was studying at Edgewood College to become a teacher. And even there as well, where I actually met my now husband, we would sit out in the corridors in the lounges, and I'm sure there are lots of people who went through Edgewood College who would have seen me in the lounges singing, playing guitar. My lecturers would walk by, and somebody from somewhere would have a phone recording, and that was my life. And I was very blessed to have friends of
Mm.
different cultures, and we'd bring our
Wow.
musical instruments together. I mean, we'd have guitars, and then we'd have tablas playing at the same time,
Mm.
all trying to make music. So along that journey, lots of friends have inspired. Um, yeah, so then I think it was just one day I went for a concert and I had so much fun. It was a day before I decided that I was going to go and stand in the line for Idol. And I just said, let me do it. I mean, I've got nothing to lose. I was already a qualified teacher by then. And I said to myself, let's do it. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Get into my second last question. What was your best moment on Idol, like your most memorable one?
Oh man, I have so many.
Oh my gosh.
But okay, one of the moments that I would remember the most was the first time um, when we were doing the top 16 show, and I was in a blue dress singing a Selena Gomez song, When You're Ready, Come and Get It. And I remember I was facing backwards and I was kind of doing this whole dance, body movement kind of thing. And when I heard the crowd scream and they were so excited, for the first time, I felt so proud. I felt so warm. I felt so excited. And I felt extremely nervous because I was not sure what to do, what to expect myself to do. And the adrenaline is rushing. So
Yeah.
that was like the first moment on, you could say, on live stage.
Wow.
And I was super nervous. Yeah. So that was very memorable. And then from then on, every time I went on stage, it was just a flood of nerves. But that was one of my most memorable moments being on adults. Yeah.
Okay. On a final note, from your experience from being on Idols, like for the people that will probably be joining Idols this year for the auditions, what would be your like word of advice for them joining for the first time?
Um, it's not easy to do it. You got
Of
to have a
course,
lot
yeah.
of bravery and courage. But the fact that you're there means that you you want, and you got to give it your all. So make sure that you prepare. Make sure that you do all the necessary things that you need to do before you get there. because you don't want to seem like you don't have a plan. Go in
Mm.
with a plan A and a plan B, all up to Z, whatever it may be. Go in with a plan and do your ultimate best. Yes, nerves are gonna kick in so strong,
Mm.
but practice and practice and practice and practice with many different people, the ones who make you the most nervous from the ones that are most comfortable.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just need a little bit of confidence to get you through seeing those judges because it's very, very nerve-wracking. I remember being so nervous, my hands were shaking. So I had to close my eyes while doing my first audition. And the minute I opened my eyes and I see Unachi crying, I was like, oh no, what did I do?
Yeah, I noticed that
So
she was really bowled over by
yeah,
you.
yeah. So go in with confidence. Believe in yourself. I mean, if you know that you can sing and you really feel good about it, others feel good about you singing. You never know whose life can be changed by your voice. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, all I got to say, like, thanks for giving me your time for such a pleasant conversation. It was like long overdue.
Hi, that's okay. It's a pleasure. It's been so many years. So, and this COVID-19 has really taken out all the pleasure of live entertainment
Mm.
and stuff like that.
Mm.
So, I know how other artists are struggling. It's not exactly easy, especially
Yeah.
if you're full-time in music. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
But I'm
pleasure.
sure. Oh, yeah. Thanks so much. Take care and God bless.
All right, you too.